Good afternoon to you all YouTube viewers. How you guys all doing? And you're watching the Anonymous Liberty Media. Wow. Chaos during election season. Holy crap. Could you believe Black Lives Matter, feminists, anti-Hillary, anti-Trump supporters? Holy shit. Just the other day, a tow truck driver left a woman who was disabled on the side of the road because she's a Bernie Sanders supporter. Holy shit. Now this is a chaos that's going on. Okay? We all want to vote for the person we like, supposedly we like, and we hear a lot of things they promise. They promise this, they promise that. It's all promises until they hit office. Okay? Now, I think politics is just a way to get people's hopes up. No, we want a better economy. We want tax breaks for the middle class. We want to raise taxes on the rich. We want Obama out of office because his job as president is not doing too well because he absolutely sucks. You have Bernie Sanders who wants to go after the banks, break it up, go after Wall Street, tear it down. You got Hillary Clinton who's a establishment bitch. She is loyal to now Donald Trump. He says he loves his country. He wants to make it great again. Hillary Clinton says America has always been great. If you have the establishment full of the oligarchy, the old guard, who are almost in their early to mid 80s, still in power for the past 35, 40 years, refuse to give up that power because they're protecting the interests of the establishment. And the only way that some of them did get their power was to use the IRS. Christine O'Donnell, who was running for office in Delaware, her opponent had power in his seat for 35 years. She was running for his seat, so to get at her, he called the IRS. Yeah, IRS. Using the IRS as a weapon against your political opponent, kind of a chicken shit way out. Black Lives Matter, you have feminists who are getting involved in these election season. And about a few that are running, trying to deny people's rights to assemblies or to vote because they want to have anybody else to have their voice heard. Now you have just the other day anti-Trump people locking in pro-Trump people in the building, locking them in just to be dicks. Now, we all have a right to choose who we want in office. Whether you're whether it's for governor, senator, congressman, representative, or even president, for a matter of fact. And there's things that some candidates said kind of really get under your skin. And then during some rallies, you see supporters attacking somebody. I mean, a black guy being escorted out while a guy wearing a hat nonchalantly walked up, punched a guy in the face, and then said, "Next time we'll kill him." See, the media, sorry, they catch wind, and then somebody sends in the footage saying that Trump don't like black people. Now, I've never voted. Oh, I have voted before. I voted maybe 10 times within 20 years. 10 times in 20 years. But not for a Democrat or a Republican. Well, 2008, 2012, I voted for Ron Paul. He's a Republican, but I didn't see him as that. I see him more as a libertarian. Constitutional views, which made sense to a lot of people, especially veterans who supported him. He had a huge support from veterans. Now, I've heard a lot of things. I've read a lot of things, and even seen footages. The one thing that really bugs me is that border control. You have very little border control officers because of those trying to send in their stuff, their shit over the border so they can sell it in the United States. This is some of the things that Trump's talking about. Even Alex Jones too. You see footage of some of drug mules going across as as illegal immigrants, but they're carrying drugs in their satchels, bring it to the United States. I mean, I can understand that the job issue is like really hectic. 10% unemployment rate, all time high. I mean, you got people look for work, want to find a job, want to get off unemployment and find a job, want to work, want to work. Shit. You cannot blame the illegal also wanting to work, wanting to find a job. You find a few that's a house. Working in, they're working under the table, and they even agree with with a few things. I mean, jobs are now beginning to be hard to come by because a lot of jobs are leaving the U.S. to overseas. Let's bring the jobs back here so everyone can have a job. Look for work. So they can have their kids and grandkids. So when they leave this world, they're leaving a legacy. They're leaving a legacy, but you know, you got these conniving, manipulative cocksuckers in Washington who are trying to protect the corporations. I mean, look how high unemployment rate is, 10%. You know, I'm not going to blame illegal immigrants for anything. Well, they're bad apples, but let me explain the part. Okay, there's a woman in San Francisco that died a few months back. In San Francisco, murdered by a illegal immigrant. It was over 5 times, but kept coming back. Yes. Yes, and even smuggling in drugs. But you have a lot that want to find a job, want to work, want a better life. See, America is a land of opportunity. But there's a few that kind of find it not to opportunity. Where the opportunity has the end at the wall, has the end there. You cannot blame illegal immigrants for you not looking for a job. You can't blame them. You can't. Blame the fuckers in Washington. Blame those fuckers. Why few comes to help you in your district that don't? Who's giving you false promises? False promises. False hope. And you know, I gotta say, whoever came up with the religion restoration act thing, stupid legislation. Well, they passed it because they want to restore religion. Because gay marriage is legal now, they're going to pass this legislation it's called Religious Restoration Act. You're going to restore religion by passing this legislation because gay marriage is now legal. Do you know who came up with that idea? Far right wing religious nutsacks and churchy cocksuckers who want to stop gay people from getting married. But they want to pass this legislation, this bill in 2 states. But guess what? Down the line, all that restoration religious bullshit, it's gonna blow up in your fucking face. Okay? This Davis chick put her nose in the wrong direction. She's like that big dog who puts its nose right up in your crotch or up in your ass. Because in that part of Kentucky, she runs a call it a almost like, well, 2 gay couples went in to get a marriage license. Because she said can't. And when they asked her under whose authority, she said God's authority. What rat hole did this cunt crawl out of? She comes out of jail. There's Michael Huckabee, former presidential candidate, and she comes out like this. Like doing a victory lap, but trust me, there is no victory for her. Just publicity that really, really blew up in her face. Now, the legality of marriage is constitutional. Court, the LGBT community, all right. No, I mean, there's always chaos during election season. Okay, violent protesting, which is paid protesters, undercover cops wanting to incite riots and shit, because if peaceful protest to them, it's not good. If it's peaceful, they can't put anybody in jail for rioting. So undercover cops are setting in riots. Holy crap. I mean, under the First Amendment, you have a right to peacefully protest, peacefully assemble. And now, departments across the country, they really frown on peacefully protest. They got cops out there in riot gear, the helmet, the shoulder, and they are called out because just in case there's a riot. And there are streets cordoned off, so if some decide to run, they're automatically cut off. And maybe even getting the beat shot out of them. Or getting the crap beat out of them. Just for being peaceful. I mean, he said, eye for an eye, the whole world goes blind. That term is being heard even. I mean, understand that there are others who are trying to keep you getting your voice heard, man. Getting your voice heard is important. Whether you're voting or whether you're protesting or you're, doing peacefully. I believe that we all have a right to get our voice heard. Go out and vote, man. I mean, shit. For the last couple of years, I've been third party. Just the right person who has that zing. But no, you get a billionaire guy who's Donald Trump is financing his own campaign. Now, if you have a candidate who's financing their own campaign, they can't be controlled. Okay? This is now you have a lot of now you have quite a bit of anti-Trump supporter, anti-Trump people. The anti-Trump people are mostly liberals. Some of them feminists who are pro-Hillary. I want to vote Hillary for prison 2016. That's right. Hillary for prison 2016. I'm voting for Deadpool 2016. Or even Punisher 2016. Hashtag for Deadpool 2016. VP Punisher 2016. Free Chimichangas 2016. But there's been over the past few decades, chaos has been happening. The voters getting trampled on, getting beat. Marchers are getting thrashed by cops and shit. Marchers are being dead. Like, let's legalize marijuana 2016. Now, it's a lot of things that's chaotic. Okay, you have, like I said, Donald Trump, who's financing his own campaign, and the establishment is fucking scared shitless because they can't control him. They can't control him because he's paying for his own campaign, doing it himself, self-financing, and this is probably why most people are anti-Trump, because anti-Trump, the ones who are anti-Trump are maybe pro-establishment, as you will. It's really nuts, man. Uh, you probably guys wondering what happened to my hair. That's well, the idea came from GTA 5 Online. Okay, and I was creating my character, and I was like, okay, what kind of hairstyle can I give this guy? The biker look. Of course, I couldn't get it bald because the barber didn't want to get near the skin, which, of course, pissed me off. It's like whenever you go to a barber shop to like supercuts, and you want that certain haircut you want, and you want it to like shave it to the skin, like all of a sudden it's left a little bit of fuzz. Pissed me off. But it's okay. I'm going back. I'm going to say, hey, buzz this shit, motherfucker. Buzz this shit. Bald. You know, there's been a lot of conspiracy theories that we know of. Really. Election fraud, stealing the election, stealing delegates. No. Election inside jobs. Conspiracy. Donald Trump had Colorado in his hands. He had Colorado big time. Ted Cruz won Colorado. There was no voting or anything. They just gave Colorado to Ted Cruz. That's right. They gave Ted Cruz Colorado. They gave Ted Cruz Wisconsin. Say, I remember just a couple of years ago when Ireland, Scotland, tried to get their independence. Tried hard for 300 years to get their independence from England. The Queen herself and Prime Minister David Cameron made sure that Scotland remained under England's control, and in the UK. Now, come find out, the election was rigged. David Cameron said he didn't want to be the last Prime Minister of the UK. Is he supposed to be the Prime Minister of England when Scotland got their own president or Prime Minister or whatever you call it? Australia needs their independence from England. Canada needs their independence from England. The president of Canada needs to tell the Queen, hey, guess what? Since you're not here often, fuck you. I'm kicking the cunt. Don't come back here. You're done. Australia needs to do the same fucking thing. Australia needs to kick the Queen in the cunt and say, hey, fuck you. We're now independent. Same as Canada. We had to kick King George III in the nuts and tell him, hey, motherfucker, get stepping. Hey. Because of that, he went fucking nuts. He went fucking nuts. Literally went fucking nuts. Died in a insane asylum. Died fucking nuts. Lost all that power over here in the United States. Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, let's look at the chaos during election season. Okay, there's been a lot of rioting, a lot of police bullshit, police brutality, a lot of crazy, crazy crap. Um, and I kind of think this is fucking nuts. Really fucking nuts. If we could all just stop and think, okay, stop and think. If you would all take away the BS with the banning of the Muslims and take away the BS with the wall prep, actually listen to what Trump's saying. Just take away the banning of the Muslims for just a moment, because I think that too is kind of freaking nuts. The wall, I think, has come up. Now, there are issues that nobody has the balls to talk about. Okay? The system. It's fucking rigged. Really fucking rigged. Media. The media has only 6% of trust. I mean, the demographics of the trust of media, 6%. Now, the demographics of trust in Congress, 6%. Nobody trusts Congress. Nobody trusts the media because the media is bought, paid for, owned by the corporations and shit. Disney owns ABC and ESPN. Yeah. I mean, if you stop and think, CNN tried to make Trump look bad. Oh. Anderson Cooper became Donald Trump's bitch. Chet Lemon became Donald Trump's bitch. Now, if you get now, just stop and think. Okay, we wanted this, we wanted that, right? We want to tax the rich. I mean, really, really tax the rich, right? Right? You want to tax? I mean, if I was president, I would put a 50%, no, a 90% tax on the rich and give the middle class a huge tax cut. I mean, cut it by 80%. I mean, if I was president, I would give American people, the blue collar, the middle class, a 80% tax cut. Big time tax cut for the middle class. And the rich get a 90% tax raise. Let them hold the bag for a change. You know what I'm saying? Let the rich hold the bag for the change. Make them pay for the shit. I would reintroduce Kennedy's executive order 101, or that thing. Take power away from the Fed. Break up the banks. Break all up. Put Hillary in prison. Bill Clinton in prison. I would put George W. Bush in prison. His dad in prison. I would put Obama in prison. For crimes against humanity. Because you have hardworking people who had to work an extra 10 to 15 years, 15 to 20 years, so they can get their pension, their retirement. I would lower retirement at 55. About 55, 60. Lower the. I would lower the age of retirement about 55, 60. Sign the law and put cannot be repealed. Cannot be raised. You know what? You have people even in their 70s still working. Who wants to retire, man? Work their whole lives. I mean, work their fingers to the bone. My dad worked almost 30 years. Had to retire. I'm proud. I would like to say it that I'm proud to be his son. To be proud of my dad. I mean, really proud of my dad. You know, Father's Day's coming up in June 21st. But today, I would like to personally wish mothers across the globe and around the world, and even here in the United States, I'd like to wish you all a very happy Mother's Day. I mean, a very, very happy Mother's Day. This is good old Grandmaster Raven signing off. And one last note. Anarchy is not a bad thing. Anarchy is a good thing. A revolution needs to be active. We need political revolution. We need human revolution. We need political anarchy. We need a human anarchy. It means that we need to take power back to the people and take it away from the establishment. You need to take, like the song goes, take the power back. Take it all back from Wall Street, from Washington. Take it back to you. You're the ones who really want to run this country. You all pay taxes. Where's the money going? We have no clue. Bail out banks, bail out other countries. How come your tax dollars is not being used to repair structures like roads, buildings, and neighborhoods and shit? Look at Detroit. It looks like a ghost town. It looks like one of those scenes from when you look at for example, there's a couple of videos on YouTube where you see people with cameras walking around neighborhoods that look like they haven't been touched in 30 years. You go into a house, it looks like the 1950s. See an old TV, old washer and dryer, old radio, clothes from back in the 50s. That is how Detroit looks like now. Bring back Motown. Detroit needs to be the automotive giant city again. The governor of Michigan needs to be put behind bars. Flint needs to be safe. That's it. Big time. Needs to be safe. This is good old Grandma Rick Rubin signing off. Remember, knowledge is free. If some of you don't think so, go fuck yourself. You just watched the Anonymous Liberty Media. Peace.